Hello, my name is Julia Stern. Welcome to my channel, Show Up with Julia Stern, where I bring you fitness and wellness content that helps you show up for yourself. Now, I've been a fitness trainer for so many years, and I neglect my stretching. It's not something that I'm proud of, but since I've become a mom, it's much easier if I only have 20 minutes in my day to lift weights or go for a run or do something that's going to make me sweat instead of slowing down. That's the hardest thing for my brain to do. But your body cannot run without taking care of it and recovering, so stay with me for 10 minutes. We're going to stretch, breathe, and press pause on the rest of the world. As I am a one-woman show, doing my best to bring you as much content as possible that helps you take care of yourself, please consider pressing that subscribe button, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment, following me on Instagram, signing up for my newsletter. Like, the options are endless, but your support means the world to me. Now let's get into it. So as we get into it, let's just start by taking a second and relaxing our whole entire body. I bet there's some tension in your jaw. Drop it away from your ears. Your shoulders, same thing. Press them down away from your ears. Start to roll your neck out a little bit. Let go of any tension that you might be holding in your trap muscles and your upper back. And then start to work your way down. Shake out your hips. Shake out your knees, just get the blood flowing, and slowly start to take your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and let's take some deep breaths. Reach all the way up. Keep reaching even when you think you've reached your highest point, stretch through those fingertips and take up space. Exhale, shake it out. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach all the way up. Make yourself nice and tall. Say, hello world, I am here, and shake it out. Now reach all the way up and over. Still, as we're stretching, continuing to reach further than you think you can, reaching through those fingertips, feeling it right behind that armpit, and then taking your palm, reaching up to the sky and opening up your chest, taking it right back to the side, reach, and good. Do that on the other side, so take it all the way up and over. Open it up, back to the side, and come all the way up. Now take both arms up to the sky, reach through the tips of your fingers, and now slowly take it down, tucking your neck into your chest. Give a slight bend in your knees, and just hang here. Now I want you to feel all of the tension release from your upper body, so let go of those shoulders, your arms become dead weight. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Press your hands into the floor and give a nice bend in those knees, and come into a sitting squat position. Now we're starting to open up those hips a little bit. If this feels uncomfortable for you, you can pick yourself up a little bit, but I want you to sit as deep as you possibly can so we really get into those hips. Breathing throughout the entire thing, big inhales, big exhales. Good, take your elbows and press them to the inside of your knees, open them up a little bit. I know it's uncomfortable, especially if you haven't stretched in a long time. So it's okay to feel uncomfortable, but keep moving through it. Taking your hands, pressing them against the floor, coming back to that hanging forward position, slight bend in your knees, and roll it all the way up. Good, now let's open up our shoulders a little bit so feet can come slightly closer together and start to roll those shoulders back. And then again, roll them forward. Maybe it's just me, but I think from working from home, also becoming a mom, I spend a lot more time sitting than I used to, one more time back. And because of that, all of a sudden my body is permanently hunched over. So it's really important to open up our chest, flex those upper back muscles, and start to stand up a little bit straighter because we don't even realize that we are damaging our posture. So speaking of, let's do it. Start by interlocking those fingers and pushing forward. Now this is stretching out your upper back muscles, also hunched over. Chances are this is where we kind of live in our everyday life, like this. Right now what we're going to do to counteract that is reach all the way up, take your hands into a goalpost position, and push them back. So I'm pushing my elbows back as far as I possibly can. You should feel the stretch in your chest muscles. Good. Now once again, inhale, reach all the way up. As you exhale, bring those elbows down and push them back again. Here we go, push back. Good, now if it feels good to you, tilt your chin into your chest and feel that stretch in the back of your neck as well. Now take your hands, interlock them behind you. Now we're gonna do that same motion, pulling down, opening up those shoulders, still feeling that stretch in your chest, and you can look up to the sky. Good, now take your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. You can shake out those shoulders. We're gonna come down into a lunge. So from here, I want you to twist this hip this way, and we're gonna come down into a runner's lunge. Right there. So you want your knee to stay above your toe. We don't want to shift too far forward. Keep this heel pressed into the ground and put this hand on the floor for extra support. Now if this is too much for you, you can drop your back knee, tuck your back toe, and you're gonna feel that nice stretch in your hip flexor. If you can, curl that toe under and push back with your back heel. Just hang out here. Now plant this hand into the floor, twist towards your knee, and lift up that arm, stretching towards the space behind you. Good, come forward again. Now if you have not dropped your knee already, drop it completely. Curl that toe underneath. Hands on your front knee and lean forward slightly, not so that your knee crosses over your toe, but so that you're digging into this hip flexor a bit more, opening it up. It feels so uncomfortable for me right now, so if it's tight for you too, that's what we're working on. The more you show up for yourself, commit to a stretch, press play on this video again, the better it's going to feel, I promise you. Breathe. Good, now we're going to come into our opposite side, and the way we're going to do that without being awkward is to come back up into this lunge. Now straighten that front leg. Feel that stretch in your hamstring. Come center, hang forward. And now we're going to face the opposite way, doing that same lunge on the other side. So come right here. This hand supports you on the floor. This hand can rest on your knee. You don't want to let your knee cross above your toe, so press this heel into the floor, and now you're feeling it in that opposite hip flexor. The rest of this stretch is going to be on the floor, so enjoy. Again, if you need to drop that back toe, that back knee, you can as a modification. We're gonna do it in a second on our own. But first, take this hand closest to the back wall, twist towards your knee, and open yourself up this way. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, both hands on the floor. Drop that knee if you have not already. Curl the back toe underneath. Hands on your front knee. Lean forward just a tiny bit to feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Breathe. It's so hard to slow down. It's so hard to press stop because it's uncomfortable. It's so much easier for me to just keep moving. Go, go, go. Fill my to-do list. Do everything at a bajillion miles an hour because I don't have time to stop and think about feeling uncomfortable. But this is killer. Let's come to a seated position. However you need to get there, this time is fine. Take the soles of your feet and press them together. Now, if your knees are up here, that is totally cool. If you can, get them down as far as you possibly can go and just start to open up those hips a little bit. Take your hands behind you, practicing that good posture that we were working on with our upper body stretches before. You want your shoulders back, engage your core, so your back should not be arched here, but your core is nice and strong and engaged. Shoulders are pressed back. You're pulling from the top of your head and just making yourself take up space. You can push the floor away from you here, push your knees down and feel that stretch. Now to get into our glutes really quickly before we wrap up, take one leg over the other. It's fine if you don't get a lot of depth here. Reach up and reach forward and go down as far as you can. Now if this is where you have to live, that's fine. If you can go a little bit further, you can round your back and come down. We're just gonna hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, switch. Now putting your foot opposite on top and the other one underneath. Reach all the way up and come forward. Feeling it in that opposite glute. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's finish this up lying on our back, taking a second. Now the M word, meditate, is like brutal to me. Maybe someday I'll get there, not today. So if you are like that, I'm not going to make you meditate, but I am going to give you a second to lie on your back and feel really good about what you just did for the last 10 minutes. So what I want you to do here is press your lower back into the floor, and as you do, exhale and squeeze your core. So inhale, exhale, press that lower back into the floor, engage your core. Close your eyes here. Another deep breath. Exhale. Now you can open your eyes if you want to. Take your hands to the inside of your feet, pushing your knees down. We're gonna finish this off in happy baby for like the next 15 seconds. You can rock back and forth, opening up those hips. Thank yourself for slowing down. Thank yourself for taking the time. That might not be easy for you to do, but you showed up. And when we consistently show up for ourselves, we feel so much better. Come to a seated position. Thank you so much. My name is Julia Stern. After this one, this is a nice little warm-up if you want to take yourself into a cardio workout. But if this is all you had time for today, I will see you next time. Bye.